Hello and welcome. You're on the Leaders League Prime Hangout tonight. My name's Ari Maccabee, and I got Emma Charles with me over in Italy. Or actually, Emma, where are you right now?
Yeah, I'm in Italy. I'm in Turin, just outside of Turin, about 20 minutes away. So
okay, I know
it's nice and warm here.
I know you've been traveling a little bit, so I want to clarify, make sure you're there right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, guys,
it's been a bit hectic.
You're in for a special treat. I know Mark will be joining us here in a little bit to cover a couple things, but you know, obviously my main man Big is gone. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. He's got some business issues happening right now, and that's what he's taking care of. It's not a personal or a family or a sickness issue. It's a business issue on his real business. And let's face it, it's a big business that makes him a lot of money. So he said, all right, I need to bow out for a little bit. I'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks. And I wholeheartedly back the man 100%. I mean, that's my partner. I'm going to be here forever for him. If he needs me, you know, I'm just a phone call away. And the same applies to anybody in the group. And I think that's the thing you guys have learned over the years or over this last year with us is, you know, if you ask me a question, I'm going to give you an answer. In fact, most of the times people say, wow, you responded so fast, you know, because that's me. I tend to answer my phone. I tend to answer, you know, my chat, you know, chats anywhere on whatever device I have, whether it's my tablet, my phone, my computer, my laptop, whatever. I don't care. I'm always here to support you. And that's what this has all been about. That's why we started the Leaders League. There's so many links and people, you know, to this. It really has something for everybody. And that's, guys, to kind of help you understand, and I think there's been a little bit of confusion over the time as you guys see us get into these different programs and you start to say, oh my gosh, you're spreading yourself too thin. Well, not really, because what we're trying to do is draw more and more people to our team because not everybody likes everything we do. And this is about Leaders League Prime is strictly about FutureNet and FutureAdPro, but just keep in mind, if you're in one of our other groups and you see us doing multiple things, you think, man, I don't know if I can follow you guys or I can keep up with you guys. The reason that's happening, again, is so we can attract more people to us and more people to our groups, and we can offer more things to more people. So just keep in mind, guys, you know, we have, you know, a lot of traffic, as you guys have seen with the rotator and everything else that we have going on. You know, we're delivering 50 to 60,000 clicks a week. That means we can promote a lot of different things. It doesn't mean every single person can participate in every single thing, and that is okay. Pick the thing that you like best, and we're going to try to steer you into what we think is best. And I think Mark will agree with me, but right now we think this is where it's at. We really think FutureNet and FutureAdPro is the future. That's why we focused on it. That's why we spent all this time and this amount of money to build something that's elaborate, that literally, I mean, we can do so much with this funnel, guys, and so much with their system. So tonight, we're going to talk about FutureNet in depth. We're going to have Emma show you guys, you know, and give you some tips basically on blogging and some tips on what to post on Facebook and FutureNet. And, you know, obviously we'll jump in and we'll help her. But, you know, then we'll have Mark go over to systems. And maybe, you know, we'll cover a little bit about Aweber because I know Dominic actually reached out to me. It's his first time ever setting up Aweber. And we're going to teach you guys a little about this stuff. And we're going to get in depth. So maybe, Mark, you can cover maybe global snippets if you can for Dominic because he's having a tough time with it and setting up Aweber. But, guys, let's go. Let's kick this off. Emma, come on out and let's talk about FutureNet. Let's talk about what to post and what's going to get people's attention and going to give them a chance to make money. I'm going to go ahead and step out of the picture and let you take over. This is your show for a little bit, and then I'll come back.
Okay. So, guys, I'm sure most of you have seen a couple of times I've done before. Am I on the screen? Yeah. So I'm sure you've seen that I tend to focus on social media as something that I get a lot of my leads from. These guys, obviously, I use their traffic, but I'm not as far along the process. I'm probably at the point of some of you guys are at. So I tend to use social media for a lot of my free traffic, and I found FutureNet is an amazing way to get leads for your other opportunities. Now, I'm just going to share my screen. And then I'll hopefully try and take you through some of the things that I do. Okay, so when you first come over to FutureNet, this is the screen that you're going to see. You're going to have to log in here once you've been through your funnel and you've got your username and your password. You're going to pop them in these little boxes up here. And you'll notice that down at the bottom, I don't know where it's gone, but down at the bottom somewhere there will be a little, here we go, it says register and get the $10 gift. Now, the $10 gift isn't going to be $10 in your account, in your FutureNet account. That's going to be media points. And when we log into the system, you'll see that there's lots of different products and things in the system that we can use those media points for. You'll see that here are my media points. So down here, as we scroll down, once you've filled in all your profile, and you need to fill the profile in properly, then you're going to see all of these products down at the bottom. You need to make sure that you are filling out all your information. You need to be putting in the things that you like so that you're attracting the right kind of people to you. And as you've seen before, I've gone over it time and time again about filling in the profile properly, putting in pictures, adding friends. It's really, really important, guys, that you start to get this right. So down here on the left-hand side of the products, as you can see, we've got the FutureNet landing page, momentum system, which I know is so that we can now, obviously, once you've started to fill out your profile, you're going to get media points and you'll be able to go and explore all those different things. And you'll also be able to ask any of us guys, or you'll be able to ask Ari, Big, anybody in the group, really. We're a friendly bunch of people, and if you ask us, then we'll go through those things with you and we'll show you how to use them to work your business. You've got to remember, guys, that what you're buying in FutureNet is you're buying the media points and you're buying the products. So it's all about the products and it's all about promoting your businesses. So, just going on a little bit from. Sorry, you say something, Aaron? No.
Just to follow on from what you said before, Emma, you said it was a really good way of promoting other opportunities. How are you doing that? Just out of curiosity, are you just posting just on your timeline?
I'm a big believer in multiple streams of income. I'm in most of the opportunities that you guys are in, and I use them. I'll show you on my profile in a minute how I post about all those different things. We've all seen and we all read every day on Facebook about people who are in opportunities that one thing or another happens, and then, you know, people panic, they start to fire questions out to everybody, fire questions out to their sponsors. If you've got multiple streams of income going and you're following the strategies of you guys as I've done, then you know that you've kind of got several things going on, and you know that if there's a glitch with one of them, then you've covered yourself and you're developing everything. So I really use all of the tools that are available through the funnels to do that, no matter what it may be. And FutureNet's just one way that you can kind of make sure you're not spreading, you know, just focusing on one thing and making a rod for your own back, as it were. So yeah, I definitely use it to promote all sorts of different things.
Cool. Yeah. So, one thing I find with FutureNet is, well, I mean, promoting anything, you're going to get more success when you go where the attention is. And what I'm finding is that there is a lot of attention in FutureNet at the moment. So when you do post your other opportunities, you do get quite a lot of engagement, a lot of likes, and you do get a lot of leads for your other opportunities, because, like I say, I think there's a lot of attention towards FutureNet. And just people generally scrolling down. Yeah.
A lot of like-minded people are in the same place as well. And I mean, people forget that, as in Facebook, the groups are a really, really good way as well. Just down on the left-hand side of your screen, at the bottom of the screen, you will see that there's a little tab for groups. And if you hit on there and you search in the search bar, then you'll be able to pick out some groups on there and post in those groups as well. So it's really, really a really good concentrated group of people who are all open-minded and are open to finding new opportunities, as long as you're posting in the right way. And that's the key to it. You know, it's making sure that all of these things you're doing in the right way, that you're listening to you guys and making sure that you're writing stories around the links, that you're talking about yourself, that you're not just spamming links everywhere and making it dull for people to see, because people are interested in the things that we've got to offer. The funnels are really, really well put together. The business opportunities half the time that we deal with are amazing. So you know, if we use them in the right way and use the board properly as it's meant to be used, then you're going to find a lot of success and you're going to get a lot of leads from those boards. And they're good quality free leads. And that's the key for somebody that's starting who doesn't have $100, $200, $300 a week to fire at traffic. It's finding other ways consistently, you know, ways that consistently convert and get you leads and manage to, you know, to give you leads to go on within the future. And that's what we're all looking for at the end of the day. So it's just another string to your bow, really, as well as the paid traffic. It's a really powerful tool if you exploit it properly. Do you want me to show you some of the posts that I've been, how I post and what I've been doing?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think if you can actually show them some posts, and guys, you know, like, look, I'm going to give you guys a free couple tidbits. Whenever you guys are actually going to go do some posts, what you need to do is you need to sit down and write down 10 headlines. Okay, now this is a little trick. It's something I used to do that actually helps me and helps me a lot. You write down 10 headlines, and then you go back and you look at all 10, and whichever one grabs you the most, that's the one you start with in your post on Facebook or FutureNet, because what you're trying to do is get people's attention. So if it got your attention, why wouldn't it get somebody else's? So you have to put yourself in the role and understand that people are looking for something and a way to pay, pay their bills, pay their car payment, get out of debt, all these types of things. And just posting about an opportunity, blah, 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 you just fit in with all the muck. You need to stand out. So you need to come up with some good, catchy headlines, and you need to rotate through these headlines all the time and keep drawing people to them. So go ahead and show us, Emma, what you've been posting.
And also alongside that, Ari, when you're writing that list, you want to make a second column, and you want to write yourself a list as well as who you're targeting, who you really want to be talking to. Because I've said again, I know I've said this before, but if we attract the people that we attracts like. If you're posting about a certain kind of thing, if you're writing a certain kind of story, you're going to attract people who are attracted to you and attracted to what you're offering. So it's really, really important that you decide in your head who you're going to target, how you're going to portray yourself, the brand that you're going to build yourself. So this is some of the stuff that I do. I don't know how many of you who are watching this know much about me, but as Ari said, I live in Italy at the moment. So I have been I've been to Monaco, I go skiing, I go wine walks, I do all sorts of different things. So we have I sit and I have a notebook, and as I'm going through, I make sure I take pictures, and I make sure I write little notes about the things that I've been doing. And then I'll write things like these. And they're things that are going to really engage people. They're things that are motivational usually for me. They're about what I've been doing, who I've seen, and things that I've learned. Hey, and Emma, why really people should... Sorry.
Emma, do me a favor, zoom in on what your posts and let people actually be able to read it, because right now it's really small, so zoom in so they can actually see it.
How do I do that?
Hit, are you on a Mac or are you on a PC?
I'm on a PC.
Okay, if you're on a PC, hit Control+, and that will allow your screen to go up in size. Then you're going to have to drag it over so it's focused right on your post. Or Control. I'm not being Control C. Control+. Hit the
Control+. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I've got it. Is that enough? Yeah.
Yep, that's good. So now you can share what that is so people can see it. That's good.
So as you can see here, I post about things that maybe I find may motivate people. If people are either getting fed up of the opportunity that they're in already, if they're looking for an opportunity, if they're fed up with the way they're living their life, then these tend to be things that I write about. So, and pop the opportunity link at the bottom so that I can engage the person who's reading the post, and then there's an action for them to take at the bottom. So in this particular post, life's a challenge, we all know that. Many of us start our online businesses to achieve something for ourselves and our family, and many fail along the way. Some may want a part-time income to take the pressure off the day-to-day grind. Some want financial freedom so they can travel and make their dreams a reality. Some may want stimulation and something to keep them occupied, and others are looking for friendship that online marketing brings. So as you can see, it's kind of motivational, and I carry on in that vein, and then at the bottom there's usually a motivational picture, and there's the link to the opportunity. In this case, this is for Leaders League. As you can see, lots of people like it, people people comment on it. It doesn't always have to be a massive story. A lot of the times it's just a simple sentence or two. So again, this was a picture, motivational quote that I found on my Facebook. So I saw this when I woke and it really resonated with me. Beautiful post, find your dream and hold on to it, nurture it, believe in it, and anything is possible. And again, then I just pop the link to whichever opportunity that I'm talking about. And it's not always about writing a post and taking ages to craft a post and just doing it in this one place. I tend to use it in a few different places, so I'll perhaps post it to a group that I know that would be interested in it, maybe a business group or in our groups on Facebook or in FutureNet, whichever it may be. And I tend to just use these. Obviously, all of my posts in FutureNet are not going to have the FutureNet link at the bottom, and they're not going to have my FutureNet funnel, because there is literally no point in advertising inside. But what you will find me doing is advertising about FutureAdPro or advertising about how I'm doing within the system to encourage people to take that next step and go from a free member to a paid member, because a lot of people are very, very nervous. They don't realise how much effort the leaders put in, people like myself that are recruiting people put in to make sure that the opportunities are good and as risk-free as they can be. You hear Harry say all the time about due diligence, and we really make sure that the opportunities are good for the people that we're passing them on to. So because we take that time and that care and that effort, it's worth posting these things in a few different places to expose people to the opportunity and make sure that they're getting the most out of it. And if you do have a look on any of my profiles and you see any of my posts and you want to use them, I'm quite happy for people to use them as a template and to take ideas from them, change them around a little bit and use them. I mean, it's never a good idea to just copy and paste. You're not going to do yourself any favours that way. But you know, I'm more than happy for people who are struggling to get some ideas to take some of these and use them a little bit if they tweak them. So this one is all based about being stuck in a rut, changes in life. I found a really nice parable on the internet, and it was about a frog. And if you boil a frog, if you put it in a saucepan, if you throw it in a pan of hot water, it'll just jump out. But if you put it in cold water, then it will sit in the pan of water and it'll get warmer and warmer and warmer because it feels good. But then by the time it gets too hot for it to bear, it can't jump and the frog dies. So it was just a lesson about being aware of what's going on around you, not being complacent, making sure you're taking action. And again, there's a link at the bottom and there's a picture of a frog. So can you see the idea? It's all about crafting a story, getting people to engage with you, making people laugh maybe, making people happy and comfortable that you're guiding them and leading them in their journey, or that they're connecting with you on the social media platform. But this is a really, really strong way to get leads for the other opportunities. So this was
a lot of that kind of mindset and the way you were, that form of marketing, you can kind of apply that to other forms of marketing, like email marketing. Emma, do you do much email marketing? Do you do many broadcasts to your list?
I do write email broadcasts, but I'm right at as I say, I'm right at the beginning of the process, really, and it's only kind of the last
a lot of the stuff you were doing
months.
there was really good. It reminded me of a term my business partner Steve says all the time: infotainment. You know, when people are kind of just scrolling down the social media accounts and reading the emails and stuff, they're usually not interested. Well, the purpose of it is not for marketing, is it? It's kind of just for light entertainment. So the way to try and, you know, kind of weave it, zig and zag where you need to try and get, you know, encapsulate someone so they do click that link, is to try and entertain them. And reading your post there, that was really clever the way you did it. You know, I think you've hit the nail on the head. You need to be try and be interesting if you can, or funny, or just little quotes and stuff like that. Just try and capture the attention as much as you can. You know, you see these kind of spammy posts all day long, and you can just bet if you did it a million times, you might get one sale sort of thing, which is obviously a ridiculous conversion. But if you can kind of grab someone's attention by giving them information they want to read, you know, it doesn't take too much brain power, I don't think. But if you can just kind of crack that little code of you know, just writing information that people want to continue reading down the line, and then right at the end, you know, give them the link, and then it's up to them if they want to click it or not. But like I say, that kind of psychology you were using there, you could easily just, you should broadcast that kind of stuff to your list 2-3 times a week at least, and
it's
that's
getting
going
your
to increase
personality
your
out there as well. It's getting your personality out there as well. And I think as well,
Yep.
if you start to try and crack that doing social media posts, as you say, the next logical step for me will be to start developing a lot more my email posts and pictures and writing broadcasts. And then further on from that, a blog, because a blog's a great way. I mean, if you enjoy the writing side, and I have a lot of fun with what I do. I'm in a really privileged situation, and I write some crazy things sometimes. I went on a wine walk a few weeks ago, and I wrote a post about, it all got a little bit messy, and I wrote a wine walk because I was talking to this lady in my drunken stupor about working on the vine, on the vineyard, and she was saying how many years she had to work and how many hours a day she had to work, and I just thought, God, I'm so incredibly lucky. I can be doing all this stuff and I'm making money while I'm doing it. I'm having a blast. I'm making amazing friends. We've got a cracking group of people. People don't sometimes appreciate how powerful our groups are and how powerful our relationships with you guys are, because certainly for me it's been incredible. And to weave that into a story that relates real life to the things that you're trying to communicate to people is so powerful sometimes, because that maybe then they'll think, well, I don't want to be sat in an office or a factory floor for the next 40 years. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to get out of that? And sometimes it's just, but as I say, it's the progression. If you can crack one part, then sometimes other things will roll along with it. And I really enjoy doing the social media stuff, and quite a lot of my leads and my success so far has been from there. And as a result of that, I've ended up breaking out of my comfort zone and doing things like these Hangouts. And I mean, that's completely alien to me. It's so strange to me. But it's one of those things that has literally come from the fact that I was posting on Facebook, and I think everybody thought I was a bit mental. So why not get her in front of a camera and see if she's as crazy as she sounds? It's these things have a way of progressing, and that's the beauty of it, really.
Hey, you guys are really hitting it on the head, man. Let me jump in and tell you guys some stuff. I have a really good friend. His name's Darren Little. Okay, Darren and I actually way back. He's the one that got me involved with Power Lead System the first time. And I'll tell you, Darren is a wealth of knowledge. And one of the things I picked up from him is there are a bunch of different methods and methodologies that he uses basically to get a bunch of likes and a bunch of followers on Facebook. But I'm going to tell you the #1 way to do it. And you guys may not like it, but it's a fact. And I do this all the time because when I find a scam and I know it's a scam, I call it a scam. And that's controversy. Creating controversy on Facebook, every single time I do it, I get 100 people adding me constantly. And some of them are trying to pitch me on their product and why it's not a scam, but a lot of them are really just tired of scams and are looking for a way to make money, guys. And that's the thing you have to understand. If you're going to help people, and your job is to really help people, if you want to be successful online, you got to help as many people as possible get their dream, because that's going to help you achieve your dream. And you got to keep that in mind. As long as you're helping people and you're creating controversy, I don't care what it's about. It could be politics. It could be about Donald Trump and the comb over. It could be about anything. You're going to get tons of different posts and comments on it. But you got to remember, plug your business. You need to transition from the controversy into your business. It's going to give you a lot of people talking about it, and it's going to put your link in front of a lot of people that may not have seen it because of the controversy. So, don't be afraid to post stuff that's a little controversial. It's okay. It's going to get you eyeballs on your offer, and that's the key to this. You want to be successful. If you're constantly
Can I jump in, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. Jump in.
Okay, so it looks like I'm only picking up little bits of it, but I can understand what the basis of this conversation is about. And what I can add is, if you have a look at my wall, like I've been posting stuff about certain scammers and all the rest. Now, I don't always plug anything that I'm promoting in that post, because then it kind of looks a little bit transparent. But if you have a look at what's on my wall, before and after a controversial post is something that I'm promoting. So, because people will go, well, who is this person? And look at your other content, and then they will see, okay, well, this person seems to know what they're doing. I mean, like I showed Ari yesterday, I've got like 170 something outstanding friend requests that I just can't get to these people, but they want something, and I want to show them something.
Yep. It's exactly right, guys. Look, you know, the fact of the matter is, you know, as we talk about this all the time, not every single thing we do is going to be liked by everybody. That's why we keep looking and bringing in new and new offers, because, again, we're trying to attract more people to our group. So once they start making money in something they like, the chances are they're going to be open-minded to things that they may be a little bit worried about or nervous on or maybe not 100% comfortable on, because now you've already built the most crucial part, and that's trust. You built a relationship. And if you guys aren't focused on that, then you're focused on losing. I'm just telling you up front, you have to focus on the relationship with people, and you got to focus on building trust. And if you do that with people and you don't let them down time after time after time, they're going to win with you. I mean, I'm not saying we're perfect. I'm saying that we're going to fall, guys. Look, at some point in time, some of these things that we're doing are going to crash and crumble. It's inevitable. It's just the life cycle of some of these online programs. And what we're trying to do is trying to help you guys stabilize your income. That's why we're always giving you little stuff to add to what it is. What we loved about FutureNet is FutureNet and FutureAdPro had 10 ways for you to earn. There were so many ways you guys could make income with it, and if you learn how to use it properly, then you've got a winner. Okay, then you have something that's very, very good, and it's going to allow you to grow. So let's talk a little bit about FutureAdPro. Okay. Let me do this, actually. I'm going to log into my account real quick first. Let me come over here, get it open. FutureAdPro. I'm going to share my screen, come back and share my screen with you guys right now so you guys can actually see as I'm doing this. Okay, so you see my screen now. Whoops, let me come back over here. Now, so you guys know I've been working my butt off on this. I'm up to almost 700 ad packs, 677. Oops, I got a couple more I can buy, so let's talk about how to buy them. This is how you buy ad packs. You click right here where it says buy new ad packs. Now, I already have money in here because I'm buying it out of profit. You just click on the plus sign to add. It tells you can buy 2 packs with your online account, so I'll buy 2 more. So now I'm up to 679 ad packs, okay? But the thing that caught us most, guys, wasn't just the ad packs. It was their repurchase rule for advertising. As if you guys didn't notice right here, I've been letting my build up for something special, and that's because I'm building my own blog right now, and once it's done, I'm going to start focus on advertising my blog on these platforms. So right now I got $1,017 in my advertising account. How do you spend this money? People always ask me. So how you spend it, you come over here to business, or whoops, you come over here to advertising, you click on buy new 1,000 ad views. That's how you do it. Okay, and then what I like about this, you can click on your ad views for your account. Okay, you got to manage your advertising. You're going to have to create it first, obviously, guys, because it's going to ask you what you want to buy. So you're going to have to assign it to something, okay, to your online account. So once you get in here to your ads, you're going to create your ad right here. This would basically be my blog, you know, let Ari Maccabee show you how to make money online, boom. And then all of a sudden I'd come back in here and I'd have my advertisement, my text. You know, you got 120 characters for your ad. Then I would be able to put my blog right here, okay? I can target it specific to what I want it to be, or I can leave it wide open countrywide. Me personally, I'm going to start targeting it to countries because I want to get specific countries. I mean, right now I got 538,000, over 538,000 ad views available. So guys, there's a lot of advertising waiting on me. This is what's going to get traffic to my business and allow me to build my list. If I'm doing effective advertising, and that's the key, don't just advertise anything. Okay, I've seen this too far, and we've said this so often. Don't advertise FutureAdPro on FutureAdPro. They're already in. That's why they're seeing your ad. So you're wasting your ad views. You need to learn to advertise, and if you don't know how to do it, then you need to message one of us and get with us and let us show you how to advertise properly and what to advertise properly. We'll turn you on to some programs or turn you on to some sites where you can grab stuff for free that you can sell, and you can start making some money, guys. We want you to make money with it, so just keep in mind there's a lot here for you inside this platform. And, of course, you can obviously manage all your online advertising right now. I just got one ad running, you know, with our multiple streams of income, which obviously, you know, you guys know what that is. Then we got the holiday time. If you guys want to actually take a break, you're going on vacation, you're going to travel, you can actually buy holiday time. So you can actually get around, and you don't have to worry about losing anything or losing any clicks. You can actually get up to 50 days of holiday time every year. So that means no clicking, no nothing, and you don't lose. So that's very, very important, guys, for you, so you know. Okay, now, also, you got customers in here because, guys, guess what? you can sell advertising, okay? You can create a $100 voucher for somebody, okay, so they can advertise their business on the platform, and then if they like it, guess what happens? You've created a retail customer. Well, why are retail customers important? It's important because the more retail customers we have, the more stable the platform is, and the more profits created, meaning the more money you make. So we have to focus on the retail as well, guys. Don't just jump in and start buying ad packs and then want to start earning. We want you guys to actually understand there's more to it than that. If you are just buying ad packs and just cashing out money all the time, then you're what I call, unfortunately, a leech. And I'm trying to teach you how not to be a leech. I want to teach you how not to drain the system and how you can actually make money, and how you can help other companies get exposure to their business by using this platform, because it is actually very, very in-depth. You know, jump in, Mark, or Paul, or Emma. Did I miss anything back here that people need to know about?
No, I don't think so, but I know I've spoken to you before. I've got a friend over here that I've been talking to, and I'm starting to look at working to put some bits and pieces together so that if people are nervous about approaching companies and that sort of thing, then we can put something together for those guys, because it's a really, really powerful way to make this platform more stable and for people to be earning money. So it's something that we really need to look at. I know that people can be a little bit nervous of that, so it's something that I'm starting to look at for my team, and I know that we'll share it when it's, when we've looked at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a massive way.
Yeah, I mean, guys, there is so much inside this platform. I've seen a lot of stuff out there on the marketplace. I've never seen something that had this much with social media, plus the rev share component, combined into one entity. The opportunity to make money has never been greater with FutureNet and FutureAdPro. But you got to take massive action. Okay, you got to tell others about it. You got to spend time, posting and doing your work on the platform. It's very imperative that you actually use the chat feature. It's also very imperative that you guys go ahead and use the actual posting. That's how you're going to make money. Posting pictures, posting a little controversy here and there. Share your life, share your story. I mean, I always bring this guy's name up, but I'm going to tell you why I keep bringing it up. It's because he keeps doing a kick-ass job. There's just no way around it, and that's Rob. Rob keeps telling his story and everything that's happened in his life, and it draws people to him continually. And he's doing a wonderful job of it. Hats off to you again, Rob, for doing what you're doing, out there sharing your videos, because these are the things that are going to make you really, really, really attractive to somebody getting into this business. And that's what we're trying to position you at. We're trying to help you guys understand, if you want to be successful online, you got to take time to do a little videos, to do some post some controversy, post some pictures, even post your videos, on FutureNet. Because these are going to get more views to your videos. It's going to give people help. People are going to build trust with you. They may jump into other things that you're advertising on FutureNet. That is the reality of the platform. That's what it's for, guys. You're trying to find an offer for every single person. And, as we keep going through, you see, we just got involved in something. I know Steve and I brought something out. I think everybody on the calls jumped in. But, guys, look, the reality of this, it's very different than anything we've ever done. It's completely different. In fact, in 13 years, I've never done anything like it, and I did it specifically because it gave me something to advertise on FutureNet and FutureAdPro. That's what you guys need to be keeping in mind. When you see us doing that type of stuff, it's not that we're just trying to spread it all out. We're trying to get you guys focused on advertising and teach you how to advertise. Try to find the right stuff that's going to touch the right people so you can grow your list and then re-expose those people to the things that we're focused on. FutureNet, FutureAdPro. Paul, jump in. Let's talk about traffic, buddy.
Well, what would you like to know?
Well, here's what I want to cover with people so they understand. So Paul and I, we have like a two-step process, okay? Paul set up the rotator inside my ClickMagick, and he manages it so everybody understands. I manage the payment side of it when it comes into PayPal. So there's a two-prong approach so we don't make mistakes and we don't skip anybody. But I want to cover a couple things on housekeeping. First and foremost, when you join the rotator and then you turn around and cancel it the next day, I take you out of the rotator, refund your payment. We don't send any traffic. None. If you want to go in it for 1 week, it doesn't work. It's a subscription. You're going to be in it week after week after week. If you don't like that, then come see me and just buy traffic from me at my normal prices. But at those prices, it has to be a subscription because I have to know and a lot for what I'm going to spend every single week, because it's getting out of control, guys. I've had a lot of people cancel in midweek, and guess what? We had already sent out 100 clicks to them. So guess who paid for it? I did, and that's stopped now because we put a 1-week delay on that. So it's helped us get caught up and do everything. But how's it working out over on the rotator side, Paul?
It's actually a full-time job that I didn't realize how much would actually go into it, because we need to keep the traffic flowing. It's a little bit draining for myself, but because other people are relying on the traffic, and it's going better than what I actually thought. I thought that there was going to be a few more hitches and a couple of problems, but no, it's been running really, really smoothly, and we've been getting the really best traffic out there. I mean, I see people posting about it all the time. Like, they got so many signups, they got so many signups. So yeah, it's working out. People just need to do what we've asked them to do. Once you get the leads, follow up with them. Just keep working the system. It's what it is. It's the system, and it's a duplicatable system, because people will see what you're doing and they will copy you. What happened to Ari?
Yeah, there I am, man. Sorry about that. Hey, so yeah, you hit it on the head, guys. Let me mute you, Paul. Okay, so, here's the reality. I had to mute you, Paul, real quick because I was getting the feedback. But so you guys understand is what Paul's talking about is once the lead comes through, and hits your capture page and they opt in, okay, the emails are going to do it for you. Okay, let the emails go ahead and work. But if I were you, I would start looking up those emails on Facebook, trying to add them, send them a message, make contact with them, take the extra step, because this, again, falls in line with making the relationship, building a relationship. And if you guys do that, that's what's going to make you successful. I can't tell you how many times, like I know Tina Barnett, she comes to me all the time. She always asks me all these questions, and she's always worried that she's taking up all my time. You're not. I love you to death, and I'm happy you're doing what you're doing. But this is a perfect example. She's a grandmother. Got grandbabies at home. She spends her time taking care of the family, and she's online, and she's trying to find people always and make contact with them, and that is what's making her succeed. She's growing, and she's growing because she's doing these little baby steps, guys. And I know sometimes that I'm guilty I know for a fact I am guilty of sometimes wanting to push you guys to make 6 figures a month, because that's me. And I know the reality of it is some of you guys just want to make an extra $1,000 a week or an extra $2,000 a week. And so we've tried to slow down a little bit and help you guys understand that we want to get you to that $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000, whatever your goal is. We want to help you get to your goal. If it's a supplement your income, we want to do that. If it's to replace your job, we want to do that. If it's to help you get a new car, we want to do that. Whatever your goal is, we want to help you achieve it, guys. And we're going to do that by teaching you the little methods and the little steps and techniques that you got to do to be successful online. And it all begins with helping people. I'm going to preach this till the day I die. That's the #1 thing that's going to make you successful online, is to be helpful. Okay? Some of you guys just sign up people, set back, take their money, and then go on to the next one, and you think you've won. You haven't won. You've lost, because that person will never join you in anything else. They won't. They will turn against you. They will stop dealing with you, and they will go find a new sponsor and other stuff. And then here's what will happen. You will message me and say, such and such stole my person. Well, guess what? You don't own people. People are not owned by other people. Okay? If you take care of them, they're going to be loyal to you. If you don't take care of them, they're not going to be loyal to you. Okay? Hopefully this has rung a bell with many of you guys. This is super important, man. Let's talk about funnels and stuff. Mark, you got anything on the funnel that we need to cover today?
Yeah, well, I was kind of waiting to jump in, actually. Yeah, so what I would like to cover, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the right tab open here. I've got like 10 tabs open. Is personalizing your own funnel. It kind of ties into everything we've discussed thus far. Certainly, a lot of the stuff Emma was going through, and what you've just mentioned there, Ari, and kind of building that relationship between yourself and the subscribers. And certainly, one way of doing it is being more proactive and going out and posting on social media and blogging, and if you know how to set up a WordPress site and all that kind of stuff. But one thing I like to do is try to keep it as automated as possible. And we don't live in a perfect world. Obviously, it's never going to be 100% automated. Never ever. Doesn't matter what they will tell you, those gurus. But one thing that I find works quite well, you got to think to yourself, when someone comes through your funnel, what kind of information are they going to get from you automatically anyway, and that is your email follow-up series. So what I would like to teach you guys briefly, I've been kind of meaning to do a tutorial on this to put it in the training page on the Leaders League, Leaders League Prime training page for a while, but I kind of thought I could probably just do it on this Hangout and it'll be a lot quicker because I'll not have to edit it. But what I want to kind of show you guys real quick, I'll share my screen in a moment, is how to go into the PowerLead system dashboard, the back office, copy one of the sales pages and replace the video. So it's your own personal video. And then what I like to do is, do these videos that are specifically created for your email follow-up series and just talk about various elements of the funnel and why it works and how FutureNet and maybe the traffic rotator and the whole strategy. I just want to kind of go back to what you mentioned Rob Fraser before, Ari, and I think it's important because one of his big things is not only does he connect with his audience and tell his story very well, but one thing he also does very well is goes into strategy. He does it on Microsoft Paint just with his little pencil thing, but he paints a perfect picture in basically building up the profit. So you could use the same strategy, build up your ad packs and use the profit for better quality traffic, and then you've got a self-funding advertising budget. If you can get your head around that, and you just need to watch a couple of these videos to get your head around it, guys, I think that's a really effective video to put in your own sales funnel, and certainly it made a noticeable difference in the amount of sales I got when I started making those videos. So even if you're just doing a similar video with more or less the same message, just said a little bit differently, people just like to see, a real person. If you're just bashing people over the head and sending people to the same sales page over and over and over again, eventually they just, they become immune to that message. So if I can just share my screen here, guys, bear with us here. It's a green button on the left, isn't it? Right. Okay, so I'll just share my screen, guys, and I'm not going to go into too much detail on adding the link into like Aweber and the email campaign inside of PowerLead system itself. I'll just kind of do the copying of the sales page and how to replace the video. I'm sure everyone watching this, or most of you guys, should know how to upload a video to YouTube. Can you guys see my screen okay? I'll just wait for
Yes.
Yep. All right, cool. All right, so obviously this is the PowerLead system, guys. This is kind of for the guys who are already using our funnel that have a bit more experience. So I do apologize if this kind of stuff is a bit over your head, but once you've been through the Leaders League Prime funnel, you've watched the last share code setup video, and you have your own Leaders League Prime funnel. You will also have a PowerLead system account, and you can log in. You hover over websites, go to web pages, and then you click on My Web Pages. And on yours, it will look a little bit different because I host the share code. So what you're looking for on yours, you would scroll down, and it's in the Shared Web Pages section on yours. And then you can just copy one of these web pages here. So if we go to these ones here, these email sales, these ones are currently designed for the the email campaign that is attached to the Leaders League Prime funnel. So when you join the funnel, I think it's like 17 or 18 messages that automatically go out on your behalf with your own FutureNet links coded to you already. Because as you set up the funnel, you program in your FutureNet link. So that's all done automatically for you. Okay, so what you can do is just get one of these pages and just go to copy. It's pretty easy to do, guys, once you've done it before. And then on this page here, you've got a few tabs at the top there. You just name it for your own personal reference in your PowerLead system dashboard. So I'll just call it something like My Prime. That's what I usually do. Sales page. Personalized. That'll do. And just skip the rest of it. You don't need anything else on this page, on this tab. Save changes to web page. And then I can go to edit text, just skip the background. You don't need to change the background. Ideally, you want to keep it all in theme. And because, guys, you are obviously representing Leaders League Prime using a page like this, you know, just be careful of what you say. You don't want to misrepresent any one of us, any one of the leaders, and you don't want to say anything you shouldn't be saying. So if you're talking about your own personal income, you know, you want to put your own verbal income disclaimers in there and that sort of thing. So make sure you're representing us as best you can, even though it'll be under your own power lead system.
I want to do one more. I want to do one more on that, Mark, because if you guys are putting something out with income on it, you have to put a disclaimer. It's got to be written as well as put on the page, and we're going to actually talk about that, Mark, after, because we've made some modifications to my funnels, made some modifications to big funnels, and we're going to integrate that into this too. So there'll be a disclaimer written out on every single page. So you still want to verbally say it, but you're going to see it actually written out in big letters, so we don't have any confusion or anybody ever coming back to us thinking, hey, this is investment. No, we're not soliciting people for an investment. This is you buying advertising, you buying a membership actually to FutureNet, and then buying media points, and those media points then entitle you to positions in the matrix, and then entitle you to actual products inside FutureNet. So you are buying something. You're buying media points. You got to keep that in mind. That's what keeps this legal, and we have to make sure you guys stress that to people, when they join.
Cool. Yeah, so that'll be an easy fix this side of it. So we can discuss that, Ari. I mean, you know, once we know the exact wording of that disclaimer, what you'll find is when you copy these pages, guys, that disclaimer will already be written on this page, ready to go for you. So maybe it'll just be around here if you're actually seeing my screen again, because I know there's been a bit of a delay on the screen moving back and forth today. But yeah, so once you're on this, you'll see the disclaimer there in future, guys. And now this is what I call the page editor. So all you would do, obviously, you want your YouTube video, so make sure it's already uploaded at this point. This is just the YouTube home page that I'm going to pick a video to use as an example. So I'll just click this video here. Let's say I wanted to replace the video on that page with this one with an alligator walking across a golf course. I'll just click on it. So when you click on the video, guys, make sure you're on the main page of the video itself. I'll just pause this. Now you see the URL at the top. Apologies if it's quite small. I'll just try and zoom in if I can here. No, it's not zooming in the top part of the page, is it? Well, guys, in the address bar at the top, you've got youtube.com/watch V equals, and then there is an 11-digit ID. All right, after the equals sign. So it's after the equals sign, the 11-digit ID depends on how you've ended up on this YouTube video as to what will be in this address bar here. Sometimes you might have what's called the short tail URL, and other times you'll have a / here and a bit of extra code, but it's always this 11-digit ID you are looking for. So make sure you're copying the right piece of information here. Otherwise, you'll have weird things happen to the PLS page. Okay?
Hey, Mark,
copy that.
Do me a favor, Mark. Scroll down and click on the share button for them, because that little code is also at the end of the share code. So show them that also. It's the second place you guys can get it at.
Yeah, cool.
You can see it right there. That RX part is the part that he's talking about, and that's all you need to copy, guys. That's the only part you're going to need to copy when you're making a change in PLS.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So that's copied. It's just it's harder to do here for some weird reason. It keeps on selecting the full thing, but yeah, it's just that 11-digit code there. So once you've copied that, go back over here to Power Lead System. You click on Source in the top left corner, guys. Excuse me. And once you're in this is obviously the HTML code of the entire page. We're going to I know it's probably a little bit different on a Mac, so someone might want to fill me in what you would do on a Mac, but certainly on a PC with Windows, it's Control and F. I'm sure it's very similar on a Mac. And then you get the little bar, the little search bar, the little find, and you just search for the word YouTube. There it is, orange highlighted. And then after the second / you've got youtube.com/embed/, and then you see right there the 11-digit code. Just going to zoom in. There it is. And then you just paste the copied code over the top. And that's it, literally done, guys. So I'm just going to click on Source again to come out of this. And because we've copied the page remember, guys, these buttons here are already coded to you. You don't have to touch anything with these buttons. That's already done because we copied the page. Come out to full screen, scroll down, save changes, and move to the next step. Click on View the web page. Let's wait for it to finish loading. Click on the blue link at the bottom. And you can set it on a subdomain if you can. If you're not sure how to set it on a subdomain, you log into the Power Lead System training area. Neil Guess has a video on exactly how to set pages up on subdomains. And as you can see, the Leaders League Prime page with that video just by replacing the ID in the code. So what you want to do, guys, in my opinion, you know, the more the better. I've personally set myself a target on other funnels, and I'll certainly be doing it with this one as well, is to do it on as many follow-up messages as you can, and just make sure you're giving value. You know, try and keep it, I would say, relatively short. You don't want to overload someone with loads of information. Just kind of bridge that gap and build the relationship between yourself and your subscribers, because, you know, we all want things automated, in all honesty, and too many of us are just kind of sending traffic and not really doing anything else to build the relationship between themselves and the subscribers. And I just kind of think it's a trick that most people miss. You know, these people, when you check your open rates, you might have anywhere between a 10 and a 25% open rate. So, you know, the chances are these people are receiving your emails, and if you're not getting sales, it's, you know, it's not working as well as it should be for you. So you want to put yourself out there and, you know, make sure you are doing what you can to put yourself in front of your subscribers who are already getting your emails anyway. You know, you've got one half of the puzzle in one hand. You need to put the other piece of the puzzle and put it together and finish it. All right, I'm sure there was something else I wanted to add on the end of it, but oh yeah, that was it. And this URL at the top here, guys, when you are displaying this page, the URL at the top, just copy that, and that's how you put it in your emails. Obviously, you come over here to Aweber or PLS, and you can copy the email campaign by going there and copying an email campaign in the Power Lead system. But you know, there will be a tutorial on this kind of thing in the training area of Leaders League Prime. All right, so I'll just come out with this.
Hey, Mark, I got a quick question for you real quick, okay? Number one, you guys saw Mark's page, you saw the video, you didn't really see the video, the buttons below. We're going to actually create some pre-sale pages, guys. I've already chatted Brian about it, and I'm sure Mark will probably want to do the same for this, but I'm just going to create generic pre-sale pages. You guys will be able to go in and edit. You'll have the video and the button, well, they'll be above the fold, so they're all seen on the screen, because that's really, really important, guys. If you're going to be successful, you got to stay above the fold. What that basically means is at the bottom of the screen right here, okay, like where my hand's falling off at the bottom, you want to make sure your video and your button are appearing below that cuff at the bottom. That's going to give you a lot higher conversions. Paul will confirm this with you. As being email people, that's what we've seen converts the highest. You guys want to make sure you're focused on that. The other thing, you know, if you guys are shooting a testimonial video as a pre-sale, you want to make sure you're direct and to the point, and you're touching on bullet points or pains, as I like to call them, for people. Now, what is that? Okay, simple. You want to tell people, hey, you know, hey, my name is Ari Maccabee. You know, I've been making money online now for like the last 13 years. But guess what? 13 years ago, I was broke. I was looking for a way to make money, and I was struggling to pay my bills. These are the pain points, guys. These are the things that people can relate to. It's what Rob does a great job of. He digs in it. He keeps telling his story over and over again and keeps doing it better than anybody that I've seen because he focuses on that. He you know, that pain is so fresh in his mind, he has a hard time letting it go because it's just a year ago he was broke. Just a year ago he couldn't pay his child support. Just a year ago he couldn't travel outside the country because he couldn't get a passport because his child support was too much. Well, you saw him. He just went to Playa del Carmen. You know, just had a great time down in Mexico. You know, I commend him for doing all the things that he's done because he's done the right things, guys. And this is what we're trying to teach you. We're trying to teach you, if you're in Rob's situation, how to get out of it. And you're not going to get out of it unless you put some effort into this and you do these little bitty steps that are going to differentiate your funnel from my funnel, from Paul's funnel, from Mark's, from Emma's, and everybody else on our team. Because guess what? We're growing. And as people keep saying the same thing over and over again, then they're going to know, hey, wow, this is real. But they keep seeing different testimonials from people all the time. They're going to sign up with somebody at some point in time because they're going to know this has to be working. I've seen too many people talking about it. So we want you guys to get your pre-sale pages done. It's going to help you, okay? I promise you it will help you, and we'll get some stuff out to you guys for this stuff. Who's got anything else to add? Because I think we've just about covered everything.
Harry, I just wanted to say that when we were talking about FutureNet on the pages, every time I look, I find something a little bit different. So last week I noticed that on the left-hand side of the page, that there's a little button that you can sell to people, as in advert space. So you could take that and apply, you can to different MLM people. So there are always things popping up. So people just need to be really aware that they need to keep their eye on the game, and they need to be using it for everything that they can possibly using it for, and using all of those points. And if they need to write the points down of the things that they find, they're all selling points for when you go and prospect people. If you're talking to somebody who's got an LM business and is struggling to sell their crazy shakes or pills or potions, if you've got a list of all these different things that you're finding every time that you're looking at these things, you're going to be so strong. You're going to know exactly how to target that person and exactly how to sell it to that person. But if you're just all kind of fuzzy and you're not really aware of what's actually in there, you're doing yourself a disservice. So for me, it's just keeping an eye on all the developments as well, because there's just so much packed into it.
Yeah, it's always changing, guys. Look, they're doing a lot of changes. They're doing a lot of improvements to the platform. You saw Google Authenticator get in. I know they're having a little Payza issues, but once that's worked out, Payza will then be live. I know they're working on Allied Wallet, and they're working on a few other payment systems. I mean, right now they have more than any company I've seen on the planet as far as payment side. So I'm very happy with that, but the more is the merrier, as we always like to say. So they're going to keep giving us more and more stuff, guys. It's just going to keep getting better and better. I know one of the guys over in Poland actually happened to go ahead and he hit that 1,000 ad packs. He beat us to the punch. I applaud him for doing it, man. You did a great job, brother. And we're here. This is a wonderful opportunity for everybody that's involved in it. If you're not involved with it, get back to the person that invited you here and get started today. Because, look, if you're hesitating or you're waiting, you're just losing money. You're losing the chance and the opportunity to make income. It's here for you. Obviously, we haven't talked about how much money we've all made, but we're all making money. I promise you that, and we're very happy with the platform. So you should basically jump in, take participation actually in it, and get active. Start getting acclimated. Start doing stuff. Start doing your daily activities, and I promise you'll see this business grow. That's all I got for you guys. I wish you guys good luck, and a peace out from me and all of my panel. Thank you guys for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it. This is Leaders League Prime.